Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Catgirl Cafe. Let's start. And yeah. Okay. Hey Chocola, mind watching the store for a bit? Vanilla, I need your help in the kitchen.
私何かエッチな手伝いを強要される予感。
Just what kind of hunch is that? It seemed that she was holding a grudge. It looked like she told Chocola something earlier too. In any case, I needed to lighten things up. I thought I thought I'd start to slowly teach you how to make a cake.
ああ、ケーキ作り。ついにワンランク上の猫に。でも、なんで私だけ？エロ目的？
Did you stop with that nonsense?
ちょっと気に入ってた。反省はしてない。
My Minecraft is auto-playing. Not my Minecraft, my YouTube is auto-playing. I was just live streaming before. As always, she was quite the actress. There wasn't really a reason for her to regret anything, though. Well, in all seriousness, I have no qualms with Chocola being a poster cat girl. But I don't think making cakes would suit her.
ショコラは多分ノリで作っちゃうもんね。納得。
Vanilla was the right cat girl for the job. It'd be great if she's interested, but it'll be fine even if she messes up. So, well, that's how it is. I'll start by teaching you how to make some simple dough, okay?
よし来た。教えてもらってあげる。よろしくお願いします。ご主人先生。ペコリ。
It seemed like she was more into it than I thought she'd be.
ご主人、固め、濃いめ、油マシマシね。
We don't have that kind of customization available.
やったら流行るかもしれない。ナイスアイディア。
We don't make them one at a time, so it wouldn't work out. Enough about customizations. First, the basics.
はーい。なんとなく頑張る。
While she gave a half-hearted response, she measured out the ingredients very carefully according to the recipe. She was quick to learn the names of the kitchen tools and how to use them, and remembered what I taught her without uttering a single complaint. You really take on things quickly, Vanilla. Honestly, you're a lot more skilled with your paws than I thought.
脳ある猫はぐうたらなのだよ。ご主人先生。
She puffed out her non-existent chest proudly. The chest on the uniform might be too high a level for Vanilla. Well, she picked it out herself, so I guess she didn't mind too much. Maybe she was trying to show off her slightly lacking chest. That trivial thought crossed my mind for a brief moment.
というか、しぐれにも物覚えいいって言われてた。えへん。
Is that so? First time I've heard that.
別にわざわざそんなことも話さないしね。ご主人も他人に突っ込まないタイプだし。
Now that you mention it, you're right. It was more like neither of us were the type to come up with snappy retorts. Vanilla also wasn't the type to talk about herself much either. I realized that I hadn't heard much about her.
私はそういうご主人の距離感嫌いじゃない。猫らしく自由にのんびりマイペースでいられるし。
She smiled with her usual tone of voice. If that what if that's what make vanilla Oh my god, I can't speak. If that's what makes vanilla most comfortable, then I'm fine with that. That was without a doubt. It was without a doubt. Yet, do you dislike it when I bother you, Vanilla?
What? 干渉?
She tilted her head to the side and blinked a few times in confusion. Furrowing her brow, she put a hand to her chin as she thought. Then she hit the palm of her first. I think there's a typo. Then she hit her palm with her fist and looked over at me.
なるほど。口説き文句。
You really need to quit with these jokes of yours. I lightly booped Vanilla on the head. She really can't handle serious topics, can she? I looked directly at Vanilla and returned to the topic at hand. I want to be closer to you, Vanilla.
近づきたい？今近いけど？
Not in a literal sense. What I mean is, I want to know more about you and get along with you better. This time I gently pat Vanilla on the head. I think I combined pat and Vanilla, and then I did Panat. Whatever. As usual, she had a baffled expression on her face as she looked up at me. I'm fine with the distance between us right now, but I want to be a better owner, you know? That's why I want to know more about you. I want to understand you better, Vanilla. You're one of my precious Catgirls after all, Vanilla.
ご主人。
Even with what happened with Chocolate, I was concerned about Vanilla. Vanilla was right. I didn't know much about her at all. That's exactly why I wanted to know more. The three of us will be together from now on, after all.
こういう真面目な空気は苦手。ご主人だってこんな硬いのとか苦手なくせに。
So Vanilla could be cute at times, too. She pouted as her cheeks became rosy. Vanilla mumbled as she looked up at me. Perhaps she really does have a really low tolerance for serious matters. Well, I know it's a bit out of character for me, but I wanted to get that out in the open. At the very least, I wanted to tell you how I feel. As an unbenefiting, wry smile came across my face, I faced Vanilla and spoke my true feelings.
私まで手ごめにしようとしてる。
I told you that's not...
わかってる。冗談。ご主人の気持ち、ちゃんと伝わったから大丈夫。
She was absolutely adorable. That true smile. This level of honesty she normally didn't show me was making my heart skip a beat. No. I'm having a serious discussion here. This isn't the time for me to be thinking of how cute Vanilla was.
あれ？あの匂い。
What is it, Vanilla?
なんか、すごく甘い匂い。
Huh? Vanilla?
すごい、美味しそうな甘い匂い。
Hey. Earth to Vanilla. You're really close. I say close, but it was more like she was stuck onto me. Vanilla buried her face in my chest and continued to sniff.
すごく濃ゆい甘い匂い。これ頭がトローンってしてふにゃーってこっちの方からもっとご主人。
She looked up and pushed her face against my neck. Pushed her face up against my neck. I could feel her body and lips pressed against me, as Vanilla's sweet smell and softness flowed throughout my entire body. What? Wait, Vanilla?
違う、今のはフレーメン反応。
Did you say Flemin response?
フレーメン反応、間違いなくフレーメン。
Well, let's just leave it at Flemin response then.
よろしい。では私は通常業務に戻ります。
Sure. I left it at that.
ネコパラ。ありがとうございました。ご主人様、ゴロゴロしてください。ゴロゴロ。
Hey, I told you not during work.
今はお客さんいないから大丈夫ですよ。ちょっとでいいんです。
Alright. Just a bit, okay?
ゴロゴロゴロゴロ。よーし、充電バッチリ完了です。じゃあショコラはゴミ捨て行ってきますね。
Sheesh. What a handful.
じー。
What is it, Vanilla?
ご主人の顔の緩み具合を計測中。ピピピ。判定。ダルダルド。ブルドッグ。
I can clearly sense the spite in that evaluation. You were watching the whole time, weren't you?
見てない。私は真面目に仕事してた。
I wasn't saying you were slacking off or anything.
見てない。ご主人は自意識過剰だと思う。
No, I mean...
みたい。
Never mind. It was obvious that she was staring at me the whole time. Was this some sort of new rebellious phase of hers? I'm not sure cats even have rebellious phases though. Anyways, the total sales for today is... Vanilla headed towards the register, paying me no heed.
うん。 ピタ。
Hmm?
うんうんうんうんうん。
Vanilla?
にゃっ、ふにゃややや。ご主人、なんで私に背中を押し付けてるの？
Wait. Mate. You're the one who's pressed against me.
私がご主人に？ん？
Vanilla tilted her head with a perplexed look on her face. I've seen this reaction before. It seems similar to something that happened just yesterday. Vanilla, could it be that you're...
私、ゴミ捨て行ってくるので、失礼。
Chocola is taking it out right now. This is how Chocola behaved yesterday. Could it be Vanilla is in heat? The two of them were twins. It wouldn't be strange if they were going through the same stage. Isn't it at the same level as Chocola was yesterday, though? In any case, I'll observe what she does a bit longer. Alright, you did well. Pat, pat. Chocola is as energetic as ever. That's definitely true. Are you alright, Vanilla? Well, like, how are you feeling? I see. Then that's good. Well, she seemed the same as usual. Chocola would get visibly dizzy when she was in heat. So I guess Vanilla wasn't in heat after all. I'll be done cleaning up the kitchen shortly. Vanilla, go help Chocola. Vanilla? Hey, Vanilla, She came up and embraced me from the front and rubbed her cheek against mine, speaking in a sweet voice. Hey, Vanilla, calm down, okay? No. Enough of that. No, when you were studying for the Bell exam, I saw an actual Fleming face. Besides, you were the one that said it wasn't good for your health to hold your urges while in heat. It's not something to be embarrassed about, I argued with Vanilla. Was being in heat something to be embarrassed about? I didn't think Catgirls felt shame, though. Ah, Chocola. Chocola. Chocola's Chocola's lips and tongue crept along the nape of Vanilla's neck. With each wet, sticky sound, Vanilla's body twitched.
わいい。こんなドローンとしたかわいい顔見たことないよ。
Hey, Chocola.
大丈夫ですよ、ご主人様。
Okay?
だってバニラも発情期なんだもんね。違う、別に私は猫同士でごまかせるわけないでしょ。ほら、体中からこんなに甘い匂いさせて。ショコラ。それにバニラとはずっと一緒にいるんだから。バニラだってショコラのこと分かったんでしょ。ショコラ。
At a loss of words, Vanilla cast her eyes downwards. She blushed, breathing in shallow, quick breaths. She was gripping her shoulders as if she were trying to hold something back. Vanilla, is she right? As her owner, I asked Vanilla once more. She looked at me with troubled, upturned eyes. She answered me hesitantly by bowing her head very slightly. So you really were, after all. I did feel it was rather strange. But if that was the case, then Vanilla really does need to be relieved. Vanilla's health will be affected if I don't do something. So that meant I'd have to do the same to her as I did with Chocola. No. Even if I am her owner, that wouldn't be the way to...
ショコラとご主人様がラブラブしてるの見てバニラも欲しくなっちゃったんでしょ。違う、別にそんなことじゃなくて。そんな風にごまかしてもダメって言ったばっかりでしょ。ショコラ。ショコラ。ショコラ。すました顔してこんなに。ダメ、指動かしちゃ。
I suddenly gulped. I was unable to find the right words to say. I was entranced by the two Catgirls in front of my eyes.
いつからこんなにしてたの？こんなにしたままですまし顔でお店に立ってたのかにゃ？そんなことに。本当に。バニラが嘘つくからでしょ。本当のこと言わないとやめてあげないんだから。本当のことって。ご主人。
She looked over at me, hoping I'd cut in and rescue her.
ご主人様に助けを求めちゃダメ。ほら、素直に言わないとバニラも辛いでしょ。素直になれたらショコラとご主人様で可愛がってあげるのに。ショコラとご主人が。
Vanilla's pure white throat gulped. Ever since Vanilla went into heat, she'd become pretty wild. I gulped just like Vanilla had.
ご主人が変なこと言うから。
Weird stuff, you say.
私のこともっと知りたいって、そういう変なこと言うから。
Blushing, she looked away. Her gaze darted around even more than before. As she stole small glances of me.
バニラってばかわいいにゃ。ご主 主人様にそんなこと言われて、その気になっちゃったんだ。そんなのショコラだって。一緒だね。だからバニラのことよくわかるよ。ショコラ。
The two of them were still intertwined together. Chocolate looked toward me naughtily.
ご主人様はどうですか？
What do you mean, how about you?
バニラが発情しちゃってるのを見てどうですかってことですよ。
How I feel? Of course, Vanilla is a precious cat girl of mine, too. As long as it's fine with Vanilla, I wouldn't be...
ご主人。
She looked at me with an ever so slightly dewy look in eyes. Then looking away, blushing. After taking a big breath, she looked at me in the eye once again.
ショコラも一緒で、相手がご主人なら、そういうことも嫌じゃない。
Vanilla.
ご主人は私なんかでもいいの？私はショコラみたいに可愛くないし。
Don't be silly. There's no way you're not cute. I might be your owner, but I'm more than that. You're my precious cat girl. I told you that, didn't I?
言ってたね。
She smiled awkwardly, tilting her head. She looked up at me modestly with upturned eyes, as she twiddled her fingers together.
じゃあ私の面倒も。ご主人様。ショコラ。ご主人。ご主人様。ゴロゴロゴロ。ご主人。ショコラ。
They let out sleepy breaths. The two of them rested their cheeks against my body. I petted both of their heads, each with one hand, and looked up at the ceiling with my mouth still slightly agape. It's a big bed, but I never thought I would actually be useful in this way too. And here we are sleeping right next to each other like a big family. I murmured that aloud, never thinking this could happen. Now I can't make an excuse about me just going along with it now. From the start, I never intended to make an excuse for this, though. As I felt their softness and warmth throughout my body, I pet the two cat girls I honestly cherished.
ご主人様、バニラ。ご主人様とバニラとショコラ。みんな大好きで、ずっと一緒ですね。にゃんわんにゃんわん。にゃん。ずっと一緒。ショコラとご主人と私で。
Yeah, that's right. Always together. The two of them were going meow meow in their sleep. It made me burst out laughing. It was a lot different from what I was expecting, though. Leaving home by myself, becoming independent, taking up all the joys and hardships by myself, or so I thought. I really thought I'd be living all by myself from now on. I'm pretty lucky to have precious partners I can connect deeply with like this. Sometimes sometimes they'd make things difficult for me, like when they make mistakes. But in the end, They're Catgirls that support both me and the store the best they can. Even... Did I actually... No. Even though we haven't been together that long. I couldn't imagine a moment without Chocolate Vanilla.
ご主人様、ショコラも幸せです。ご主人、バニラも今が幸せ。
Yeah, I am too. Thanks. I kissed both of them gently as they murmured in their sleep, and closed my eyes and drifted off.
発情期で体調崩すですか？そんなことはないと思いますけれども。
Shigure, the first guest of the morning, said that with a straight face, like it was obvious, and sipped her tea. Huh? But I've really heard that before.
現に家の猫たちは元気にやっております。多少は運動などで発散はさせていますけども。
Sorry I had a yawn. I'm tired as hell. Come to think of it, I seem to remember seeing that before. I hadn't seen them doing stuff in the house. No female, being female, there was no way for Shigure to do that with them. But Vanilla told me they'd get sick from being in heat. Right, Vanilla?
しぐれがご主人を説得するにはそう言えばいいって。そういえばそんなこと言ってたね。
So you're the one who told him.
そんなことより兄様、今日もこの妹めに愛のささやきを。
You can't just, more importantly, your way around this, you worthless little sister.
痛いです兄様。そういう愛も嫌いじゃないですが。
She doesn't seem to regret anything. Well, I wasn't that angry at her anyway. It seemed as if Shigure was able to see through a lot of the aspects of me. Mainly my shame, embarrassment, resentments in particular.
兄様の愛情表現はたまに激しすぎですね。では次は兄弟の熱烈な口づけを。
Don't be dumb. As Shigure sought my lips, I flicked her on the forehead.
ちゃんと飴あっての無知なのですよ。こんな可愛い妹の誘いをいつも無限にするなんて。ショコラ、バニラと恋猫になってから少し冷たいのではありませんか？
Don't say that. Don't say that and make it sound like we've kissed before. Shigure put her hands on her hips and puffed out her cheeks. It was really hard to get her jokes. Sometimes, as her older brother, I wondered if it's really safe for her to go outside on her own. Even more so because she's a heck of a cute little sister.
でもショコラもバニラも幸せそうでよかったです。兄様のところに来ることで鈴も持てましたし、それにちゃんと心の方も成長しているようですしね。
The two Catgirls combed each other's hair, still half asleep. Shigure gazed at them as if they were having their own lovey-dovey, as if they were her own very own, if they were her very own lovey-dovey lovely children.
ちょっと前まではあんな風に身だしなみを気にしたりもしなかったのですが、兄様も現状悪くは思っていないのでしょう？
Well, in its own way.
まあ素直でないこと。
As she giggled as if she could see exactly how I truly felt. I did have a bit of an uncalled for pride just because I wanted a little just because I was a little older than her.
ショコラとバニラを受け入れてもらえないのであれば、しぐれが体を張るところでした。妹である前に、私も女ですから。兄様の寵愛を受け入れることなど、それはたやすきことです。
Come on now, I couldn't do such a thing to my little sister. You're always saying silly stuff like that.
いつまでも子供扱いして。
I rubbed Shigure's head, messing up her hair. She grimaced and scowled at me.
しぐれは本気ですからね。兄様のためでしたら何でもするのですから。
Yeah, I get it. Thanks. Take this and that too.
もう兄様、くしゃくしゃしちゃダメですってば。
She fixed her hair by patting it down. Yep, she was the same old cute little sister.
でも、兄様も雰囲気がとても優しくなりました。やはり家を出てよかったのでしょうね。しぐれは少しだけ寂しく思いますが。
With a slightly lower tone in her voice, she smiled a somewhat sad and troubled smile. I've caused a lot of problems for you in the past. When I wasn't able to get along with Dad. When I'd practice my bacon in secret. When I left without saying anything. Even after she'd realized she pretended she didn't. She secretly helped box up chocolate and vanilla too. It's hard to imagine that Shigure is my little sister, given how bright she is. I'll take good care of chocolate and vanilla, so you don't need to worry. Come over whenever you want. I rested my hands on Shigure's cheeks, filling it with my feelings of appreciation.
はい、ありがとうございます。兄様。
Shigure responded with a soft smile by leaning her cheek against my hand. I could feel the softness and affection of my small little sister passing through the palm of my hand as warmth.
ご主人様、お仕事の準備バッチリできました。戦闘準備完璧。寝癖一つなし。
Oh, roger that. Sorry, Shigure. I need to do a little bit of preparation to open the store.
いえいえ、朝から押しかけてしまったのは私の方ですから、今日も一日頑張ってくださいね、兄様。
Yep. You can just take it easy.
ショコラも行ってきます。また後でね、しぐれちゃん。私も労働してくる。しぐれ、また後で。はーい、行ってらっしゃいませ。これでいろいろと丸く収まったかな。
After being sure everyone had gone down to the bakery. To work, Shigure sat on the living room sofa and muttered to herself.
それにしても、ショコラとバニラが兄様の恋猫か。娘に思い人を取られてしまった気分ね。
Those catgirls who were once just slow babies are already knowing she had done it to herself. She couldn't help but let out an ironic laugh.
私も叶わない思いなど諦めて、そろそろ兄離れをしないといけないのかもね。
as if to ask her yearning heart for the impossible, as if to confess to the person she loved who was just nearby. She whispered it out once more. At least, instead of me. I can entrust my feelings to those cat girls instead of a girl I don't know. I'm okay with staying by his side. I'm okay with being by his side as his little sister. Breathing deeply to calm her prickling pained heart. She closed her eyes and leaned back on the sofa.
よし。じゃあまずは兄様のお洗濯物でも片付けてあげることにしましょうか。
She leapt off the sofa, giving both her cheeks a quick slap, and looked out the window.
Nekopara.
This might be a shorter episode. I might end it here. I'm feeling really tired. I'm like falling asleep reading this stuff. I don't know if you could tell, because like the way I'm reading, I'm just like, we're so high up, we're so high. Yeah, like okay. So I'm gonna save here. And continue on next episode. I might do it a few days or something. I don't know. But what was it? Oh yeah. Hope everyone liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that shit, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.
We in rotation, and now it be blazing. My eyes feeling Asian, and now I'm stargazing. Mondays and Tuesdays, and that's how we choosing. You won't catch me snoozing, you'll just catch me cruising. We in rotation, and now we be blazing. My eyes feeling Asian, and now I'm stargazing. Mondays and Tuesdays, and that's how we choosing. You won't catch me.